here, and this is a portrait. She did a lot of self-portraits. And she was, like I said, born in 1907. Here's a picture of her with her family in Mexico City. And for people that are familiar with, you're trying to look of where she's at. She is wearing her dad's suit right there. She was always a quite unique young lady, even as a kid. So she dressed up this portrait in his suit. Now, Frida, here's a picture of her actual photograph in 1939. Now, one of the things you're noticing about her portraits and her style is that she was very flamboyant. She liked wearing lots of flowers in her hair. Look at those earrings. And she always liked necklaces and jewelry. So you're going to see that kind of as a repeating pattern. The type of artist she was considered a surrealist. Now, a surrealist artist is one that looks at things from almost a dreamlike perspective. So they're looking at things like when we have a dream and we see things that are almost real, but not quite. That's what a lot of her paintings are about. She's seeing things going on. This is an early self-portrait that she did. And she's got like an airplane up there in the sky. She's got things going on. You can notice her necklace. And as I'm going through, get a few more of these portraits, because these, I'm going to be showing you these because I want you to have ideas, because we're going to go step by step through this project of creating the Pug portrait. But then it's going to be up to you to give it earrings, flowers, whatever you want, making it your own portrait of a pug. Now, do you notice that she's got like a little monkey in there? Yeah, there we go. There's the monkey on her shoulder. You're going to see a lot of animals in her work. She loved animals. This is quite colorful. This is more in the style of what we're doing today. And you can see how she did the whole background. And that's one of the things you can do. You can see how she's framed out her picture here. And then she's got flowers all around it. And it's all her parrots. She had lots of parrots. She's got her parrots around there. And then I'll show you a few more. There's another one. Look at all the things she does with necklaces, with her hair. She's got butterfly pins in one, a bird necklace. She's got her monkey on her shoulder. She was a fascinating artist. Here's another one with all her parrots. And oh, here's one with her monkeys. She did have pet monkey, a pet monkey. And again, these were dream-like paintings. One of the things people ask why she did so many self-portraits is that she had very bad health all her life. And she was stuck in bed a lot of the times. And instead of feeling sorry for herself, she turned to art and became very creative, finding ways to express herself, what she was feeling, what she wanted. So that gives you a couple of ideas, quite a few ideas, of different work by Frida Kahlo. So one of the things I suggest, if you're interested in this artist, is to learn more about her. Her life, she was not just an artist, she was a forward thinker for women and artists in general, and broke a lot of barriers. But what's interesting, even though she is the most famous painter, man or woman, in Mexico, she didn't have her first solo show in Mexico until 1953, 1 year before she died. She had several shows in New York, Chicago, but Mexico did not honor her work until later, almost the very end of her career. So what we're going to do is, I hope now, if all the people, any of you have joined, is that we're going to be starting with our pug. And I want you to have your pencil, paper, eraser all ready. Okay, so everybody ready to get going? Want to give me a thumbs up? Yep. Okay. So here we go. We're going to start with the shape right here of the pug's head. So what we want to do, it's more like a circle. Let's look at it as a circle or a big oval. And I'm just going to kind of come in this area here. Pretty much not too high. It's a little bit above center. Leave some room because we might want something on top of our pug. I'm going to show you the picture of the pug a little bit closer right now so you guys can get an idea. Maybe you couldn't see it exactly as my tape is falling off. How cute is that, huh? So we're working with this area right now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do all the features of the pug. And then I'll show you how to add some earrings and necklaces and headdresses. But these are things you're going to want to do on your own. Make it your own. So here we go. Let's start with the eyes. And one of the things that's kind of interesting is that I would do some projects when I visited Mexico, and that's how I learned Spanish. And they'd say, okay, those are the ojos. So we're going to start with the eyes. And think of them as teardrops, sideways teardrops. Here is the point of my teardrop. Eye number one. Don't get them too close because the nose goes in between. Eye number two. You can see they're fairly big eyes. Can everybody see that? So we want to get the two eyes. Now, eyes are really important. So let's make them expressive. So let's go ahead and I'm going to give a straight line here. And I'm going to make a big U inside there. Can everybody see that? Should I move the board a little bit closer? I'm going to try to move it a little bit closer. And so there we go. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing over here, but I'm going to come at a little bit of an angle, and then I do a straight line and a U. So we got the two different eyes started here. And then I'm going to give my pug an eyeball in here and one down here. Maybe. I'm coloring mine in. Does everybody have two eyes? You're working on it. I'm going to get out of your way. There we go. I'll bring it up a little bit closer so that people can kind of see. Oops. I'm getting you guys dizzy, right? Sorry. There we go. All right. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to give him his nose. We're going to come right in here, straight line across. And then we're doing that same shape we did with the eyes. And we'll come underneath with the U. Okay, so everybody sees that? See if I can get a marker that works really well here. This one does good. Now the eyes and the nose don't touch. They come close, but they don't touch. Now, this part, we're going to make kind of a mask, if you think about it, for the pug. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. We're going to come and we're going to outline this shape like this to create the face of our pug, okay? So you guys can follow along with me as I do this. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to start right above here with an upside down U. Okay, so I'm going with this shape, but turned upside down. What we're doing is repeating different shapes throughout this picture. Okay, so everybody's got that? Yep. Cool. Now, I want to come, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around each one of these eyes. So I go down like this. I'll go down like that. Okay? So I kind of made it up, you know, these opposite J's. I come up, and I can come up a little bit even higher than that. And I come around like that, making it kind of a mask. So the shape so far is coming around, and you can see this is a letter C. This is our backward C. So we're working with these different shapes here. Now, we're going to be repeating almost the same shape again, doing this C like this. So I come over and do a C, another C like that. It almost looks like a butterfly we're doing on the dog's mouth. Do you notice that? Sometimes I start saying things when I'm drawing. I say, oh, that looks interesting. Now, we're going to repeat this shape right here. So we come up like that. And you can see that this is the face colorings of our pug. How's everybody doing? Can everybody see it there? So you can see the shapes. C, another C, C, another C, and then we have these U shapes, creating our pug there. So what I want to do next is I'm going to add his chin or the bottom of his mouth, so it's the same kind of shape again. I'm going to come over here so I'm not blocking the camera. And what I'm doing is I'm just coming down like this and coming over. Okay, and that's happening then is that we've got this shape like that, creating this, and he can have it, he can come down even farther, you know, like this. It can be a little bit off. Everybody got that? Are you guys doing good? Just going to quickly see if I can check this out. How's everybody doing? Everybody's got the eyes, the nose, his chin, yeah? Give me a thumbs up if you got it, yeah? Perfect. Okay. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to go, and now we've got two eyes, we got a mouth, and we got a nose. What do we need? Orejas, his ears. So I'm going to come over, and I'm going to make my line over there, and then this is where the ear is going to go. I want to go ahead and come like this. For the ear, I kind of exaggerated a little bit. Doesn't have to go quite that much, so it comes around like that. And then we're going to come out back up, and in. So there's ear number 1, guys. So we start here. You can start either way. So if you're coming from the top of the head, come down, over, down. You're seeing these angles. It goes up. You know, you can make the ears your own way too if you want to make it more like your dog. Then, everybody got ear number 1 done? Yep. So I want to come back over here, and I'm going to do this ear a little bit differently. So I'm going to come from right over here, which is directly above from his nose. I make a dot here. And I'm going to come across. And then do this U. I think I have to come down a little bit farther than that. So I'm going to come down and a U. Okay? And then I'm going to erase there. I come up. For the other ear. So I've got my other ear of my pug like that. So I'm coming across this eye, down, up, over. Okay? We can make his little forehead a little bit more bumpier. We're going to add some lines for texture. 1, 2, 3 lines there. I'm just going to check. Does everybody have 2 ears? Okay, on your picture, I know everybody's got 2 ears. 2 ears now, 2 eyes, nose and mouth. Well, that's looking good. Awesome. Now, we're going to kind of connect the head together now a little bit here. So what we want to do is I want to come from this point here and this point right here. Okay? So what I do here is I want to come from this one. I'll come across here. I'm going to come down like this and over. Okay? So I'm just coming down from this ear and coming into where his jowls of his face are. Now, I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but a little bit different. I come straight down and I come over like this. All right, so you can see these were where my guidelines were, and I'm going to get rid of them right now so you can kind of see more of where the dog is. If you're going to use a Sharpie, you don't even have to worry about erasing these. You can go ahead and just kind of do this at the end. So the next thing is we want to add the rest of our pug's body. And we're coming from right over here, and I'm going to come down like this. I'm coming from right up here, almost even with the eye, coming down over here. Now, if you want to make more of the portrait, this is where we're going to kind of, we can design all around it. One of the things that you noticed when we did the Frida Kahlo pictures was how many different things she had. She always was wearing shawls, scarves. She had earrings. She had flowers going on. Here's the chance for you guys to make your own kinds of decorations for it. Now, I want to make sure everybody has got all the elements of our pug all done. Yeah? Now, one of the things I forgot to have everybody do, here, I'm going to see it. I'm going to see how everybody's doing here. Hang on one second. You can put it up to the screen if you're ready to show me what you got. Oh, wow. Wow, these look awesome. Beautiful job, guys. That's great. So what I want to do is I'm going to kind of give you some ideas now of what we're going to do as far as decorating our pug and adding some texture, adding some fun to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and I want to add this kind of, you know, our pug can be wearing a suit coat or it can be wearing a shawl. In this case, I'm going to wrap a shawl around it. So I come over here like this. I'm making this kind of U shape, coming here, and I'm just going to follow kind of this, draping it down. And you notice I go over the shoulder when I do this, because this gives the impression that it's actually going around by this kind of shape. So I kind of come, and we can kind of just kind of do something like that. You can create more folds by creating these lines in the fabric that your dog is wearing here. But remember, you can put on just about any kind of, I think it'd be cute to have their name and stuff on it. So now I want to kind of take a look at maybe doing a necklace around my dog. So I'm going to make a dot in red here so you can see this. So I'm going to come from up here. And what I want to do is I want to wrap this string like this. So I'm coming around the neck. Now I can come all the way around the whole neck like that. Maybe I'll come underneath. And then I'll come back up. All right, there we go. So in this case, what I've done is kind of got this necklace going on, and I'm going to make it so that I put kind of a hook on it. So I go over it like that, and then give it a nice little chain here. I'm calling my dog Frieda. Put a little Frieda there. You can do anything you want. Now I'm going to add some more different jewels to mine. I want to use it so I kind of hook over these, coming like this. He's got little dots on them. You can see that you can kind of come and add a bunch of different kinds of little jewels here. I'm going to do this one. Be kind of your own little necklace. You don't have to, you can make it just a very fancy collar. It can be just about anything. I'm adding a little. So you can see what I'm doing here with my pug. I've added kind of this necklace here. I'm going to make this so you can see where her shawl is, how that comes around. You can make this so that it's more twined by coming in and out. Now, one of the things I think you noticed when I showed you all those portraits of Frida Kahlo was earrings. You know, she had lots of earrings. So we're going to give our pup a little pierced ear on either side. And I'm going to come down with some dangly earrings here. I'm trying to make them so that they're heart earrings. So I've got my little hearts there. Do any kind, you know, if you saw Coco, you know that they honor with the Day of the Dead. They do a lot of different kinds of sugar skulls, happy little skulls. Now, one of the things I want to try to show you up here is let's do some. It can be anything, but I'm going to show it to you as flowers. So what I want to do is I want to start up here with a center flower like this, and then I'm going to come, add my petals. I'm going to be going over it, and that's kind of where I want to start from. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a flower on either side of it. That's more maybe like a purple daisy. So I'll do circles. I'll do these little. This one's going to be behind. And I want some other kinds of flowers, so I'll come over here. One that's behind here. One that's behind over here. You can see I'm kind of making it a little bit on the symmetrical side. You don't have to. I'll do another one down here. Feel free to go right over parts of his ears. Coming over here with some more. Some things coming up. So you can kind of see creating something on the head. Now it can be just a simple crown. It can be flowers. It can be something you're wrapping your pug's head with. It's really up to you. It's one of those fun kind of projects where you'll really be able to take a look and create that. Now, one of the things that you saw in this picture here, and I'm going to go back to this picture because I think it's the one that really demonstrates what we want to look at today is creating this image. If I can find the right one here. This one. Where I'm going back to this picture here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make kind of a frame around my pug now. And then we're going to decorate the outside of our painting. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to kind of come and I'm going to make it so it's kind of this maybe more heart shape. Like that around my pug. So it's kind of making it in the center there. This can be all colored in, created one way, but now on the outside, this gives you another opportunity to create some fun designs. Now I'm going to do one where I do this circle. I'm going to do a bunch of these. I want to do another one up here. You can see that I kind of like to repeat shapes as I'm doing this. And I also really like doing odd numbers. So I've got 4, I want to add one more. So I'm going to do it. This is my 5th one like this. Okay. Then I'm going to come over and I'm going to add some snakes or worms. Now, this is where you kind of use your own imagination. So I kind of come with these. You can come with butterflies. You can come with just about any kind of things you want to create your very own pug portrait. So what I want to do is I'm going to open this up to questions. I'm going to see if there's, you can unmute your mic and you can ask any questions and I can hopefully answer them. So go ahead, if you have a question, please unmute your mic and go ahead and ask. Do you have a question, guys? You can show, if you want to show, you can go ahead and show your work also and talk when you show it.
Then we start painting. Do you like my picture?
Very good. You're asking kind of a close-up of the mouth area. Was in the chat, so you can kind of see. So what happens is those jowls come around and the chin is below with this pug. And I've got like a similar looking dog right here. You can kind of see it here too. This is Tina. She's not a pug, but she's a similar kind of dog that has that same kind of nose and shape there. And you can kind of see it better here. Who else would like to share their work?